So just quickly from me, an overview of the Redcliffe and Temple BID. Some of you know all about the BID, some of you may be fresh to it. So a BID, or a business improvement district, is a business-led initiative which aims to manage and improve the Redcliffe and Temple area of Bristol. Our vision is for an area that is vibrant, thriving, sustainable, inspirational and welcoming. We started in June 2021 and we'll have another ballot again in November 2025. It's around 215 businesses that pay a compulsory annual levy, which gives us a budget of around £800,000 to deliver these 5 themes. So we spread our work across these different areas to improve Redcliffe and Temple. I often summarise the BID as a project to improve the area as a place to work, but in turn that also helping make it a better place to visit, to live, to travel through, and do speak to any of the team about some of the wider work we do, as well as what we're going to discuss today. So we knew from our consultation that sustainability was really important for our businesses, and obviously it's really important for the planet as well. Last year we worked with a local consultant called Sustain to review the 17 sustainable development goals and choose the ones that were most important for us and most relevant. We started off thinking we'd choose 2 or 3, and then it became 5 or 6, and now we've ended up with these 6. They cover a broad range of what the BID does and how we work with different stakeholders and businesses and the council, but they also help to kind of focus some of our work as well. Sitting under this plan is our Sustainability Action Plan, which you can read afterwards, where we identified 23 actions within those 6 SDGs. These are varying in terms of their short and long term and who will have to work with to achieve those. And some of those are dependent on bigger stakeholders like the council or WECA changing processes or putting money in, but they're things that the BID wants to see. We may add more actions as different relationships and conversations develop, but hopefully not too many more because I'm busy. We need to work together with these different stakeholders, and different businesses will have ones that are more relevant to them. And so it's our kind of challenge to engage with different businesses and see which jump out at them, and some may be less relevant. One of the big things that we have looked at as a BID is this Green Infrastructure Action Plan. So this was consulted on and published this time last year, and identify some of the issues in the area in terms of lack of green space, lack of places to sit. It's quite a grey, tarmac and concrete dominated area. So we identified 12 actions, 4 short, 4 medium and 4 long, for us to work through. Some of them are just short things like our volunteer planting days, and some are much longer, like adding seating, trees and places to enjoy in the BID area. This year, this winter just gone, we looked again at the challenge of heat and flooding in the area and produced this map, which we wanted to highlight in the sort of darker grey colour areas that are susceptible most to heat and flooding, but it actually turned out it's pretty much the whole area. So it's quite hard to tell on the image unless you zoom in that there's these different sort of areas of strength and challenge. Some areas of Temple Quay where we are now are less susceptible and some are more. And if you have a look at the document, you can zoom in and probably see that. But essentially, it's a real challenge for the area in terms of how hot it will be in the summer and summers to come, and also potential flooding risks. So it's about us trying to work with different stakeholders on that. Something we also thought was really important was to find projects we could apply for funding. Last week, we were really pleased that we were allocated £300,000 of community infrastructure levy funding to look at the it's called Temple. We've called it Temple Way underpass, which runs from Broad Plain kind of to the back of Avon Street over to Castle, under Temple Way to Castle Park. So we'll be working with the council to try to make that a better place to walk and cycle and pass through. All of this work led us to think about how we could best engage with businesses, and then to partner with Bristol Green Capital Partnership, who we saw as the experts in engaging businesses, sharing information and best practice, to really like kick on some of these actions, but within the BID area.